A Nightmare on Elm Street. Welcome to the eerie world of Freddy Krueger, a supernatural murderer who hunts his prey in their dreams. When a group of teenagers realizes they're all being haunted by the same nightmarish figure, they must find a way to stay awake and end Freddy's reign of terror. The Shining. Jack Torrance becomes the winter caretaker at the isolated Overlook Hotel, hoping to find peace and quiet to write his novel. But as the snow piles up, the hotel's malevolent history starts seeping into Jack's mind. Based on Stephen King's novel, this Stanley Kubrick classic did not impress King initially, but it's now regarded as one of the best horror films ever made. Poltergeist. The Freeling family's suburban life is disrupted when their daughter starts communicating with spirits through their TV. Things take a darker turn when she gets sucked into an alternate dimension. The family must now confront a host of angry spirits to get her back. Produced by Steven Spielberg himself, the film is infamous for alleged real-life curses, including the tragic deaths of several cast members in the years following its release. The Thing. In the icy solitude of Antarctica, a group of researchers stumble upon an alien creature that can perfectly mimic any living being. As paranoia takes hold, the team becomes increasingly unsure of who's human and who's the thing. Directed by John Carpenter, this film was a box office disappointment upon release, but has since gained massive cult status. Hellraiser. When Frank Cotton solves the mysterious Lament configuration puzzle box, he inadvertently summons the Cenobites, beings from another dimension who offer the highest pleasures and the most excruciating pains. The film introduced us to Pinhead, one of horror's most iconic villains. The Lost Boys. When two brothers move to a new town, they soon discover it's a haven for vampires. The younger brother gets lured into the Bloodsuckers gang, while the older one teams up with unlikely allies to rescue him and rid the town of its nocturnal menace. Featuring a young Kiefer Sutherland and Corey Feldman, this flick mixes horror with teen angst and a killer soundtrack, which deserves a look in and of itself. Pet Sematary. The Creed family moves to rural Maine and discovers a mysterious burial ground nearby. When tragedy strikes, the father learns of the cemetery's ability to resurrect the dead. But as he soon finds out, sometimes dead is better. Another Stephen King adaptation. King himself penned the screenplay, ensuring the film kept much of the novel's dark essence. Reanimator. Medical student Herbert West is obsessed with the idea of reanimation. When he creates a serum that can bring the dead back to life, things spiral out of control in gory and sometimes hilariously dark ways. Inspired by Lovecraft's serialized novella, this cult classic mixes horror with dark humor, a blend that still feels fresh today. The Evil Dead. 5 friends head to a remote cabin in the woods where they unwittingly release flesh-possessing demons. One by one, they succumb, leading to an all-out gory battle for survival. Sam Raimi's directorial debut was made on a shoestring budget, but its innovative camera work and over-the-top gore make it a timeless horror treasure. The Fly. Scientist Seth Brundle creates a teleportation machine, but when he tests it on himself, a fly enters the pod. The aftermath? A horrifying transformation that blurs the lines between man and insect. Directed by David Cronenberg and starring Jeff Goldblum, this remake elevated the original's concept to new, grotesque heights.